Hi, hello. Yes, we are back in the car, and I'm on my way to get my nails done, and I thought that I would just fill you guys in on my life. So, I kind of been really slow with videos for the past few weeks, and that's because it's been like a whirlwind. Like, I've had so much to do. I've been traveling a lot. Yes, even with this coronavirus stuff, I was traveling before the coronavirus mishap. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I was in Seattle. And so I guess the title of this video already tells you that I quit my job, and also I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys, because it's been so hard not to talk about this, that my job hunt is over, and I don't know if I'm gonna tell you guys where I got the job yet, but I'm not going to in this video, but maybe in another one. But yes, so I quit my job. I mean, if you follow me here, you know I've been looking for a new job. Let me address the amount of money I put in the title. Yes, that is how much money I make. And I think that one thing I do want to say is that a lot of people, especially people that don't come from a lot of money, think that the money will make you happy. And even if it doesn't make you happy, it will fix all your problems. Now, I really didn't have a lot of problems, I'll be honest. But, I mean, even that amount of money living in DC was just not enough, and that's a big reason why I quit my job. The cost of living in DC is really high. Like I said in my last video, my rent is $1,700 a month, and that is with me getting a deal. Like, my last apartment would cost me about $2,000 to $2,100 a month, just depending on utilities. So I mean, 90,000 being my total compensation just was not enough, and that is easily one of the biggest reasons I quit my job. I always thought that when I made this video, it would be like really vicious, and I'd be so upset, and I'd be ready to go off and tell y'all about all the terrible things about my job. But I'm not gonna do that, mostly because I'm in a way better space now. And even though I really did not like it, I don't know, it's just not the same. Like, I've let that energy go, I've let that hurt go, you know, and now I am basically just taking it as a lesson of like, okay, you had this job that you absolutely hated. Now you know the questions to ask and what to do so that you won't be in that position again. And so I'll say another reason why I left is because our work from home policy was absolutely garbage. As a software engineer, like, you are not needed in the office most of the time. And on top of all of that, like, almost half of my team was in a different location. So every meeting that I did was on the internet. And I'm just always like, why is this so? It's like pulling teeth to work from home. It's like they treat it as this extreme privilege, as if it's not 2020 and all our meetings are online. Another reason that I left my job is because I really just felt like the company itself did not care about me as a person, me as a black person, me as a black female developer. Like, it just felt like the company overall didn't care. Now, my team was really good. The last two teams I was on was really good. I don't know if I've ever told y'all, but I'm in a rotational program. So, I would just rotate teams every year so that I could get experience with different kinds of development and all that. And the program is a whole other story. I mean, the program just turned out to be a wreck. I mean, I moved all the way from Texas to DC to be a part of this program because I thought it would be really good for my career. And then they basically tanked the program. We didn't rotate anymore, and it was just messy. And I mean, my parents had already spent the money to move me out here. So I was just like, I mean, I guess I'm gonna stay and see if it gets any better. Got a little bit better, but it's just still not enough. But yeah, so my first team was garbage. My second two teams were really good. So the team was good, but also I went in with a totally different attitude my second year, because when I say I hated my life my first year of living here, I mean, I would cry going home. Like, I didn't make enough money, so like I could just pay my rent, pay my bills, and that was basically it. I was also able to save a little bit of money, but like, if I wanted to do like something super fun, I couldn't really do it, like just go on vacations and stuff, like, because all I had enough money to do was pay bills and save a couple $100 a month. Like, it was a sad life, not the kind of life you expect after you get your computer science degree. And like, I disliked my job so much that I'd be like actually sick, like physically sick. Like, I guess the anxiety was manifesting in my stomach and would make me like sick. Like, I couldn't go to work, like terrible cramps or like other bodily function things. But yeah, it just was not, like, I was straight up not having a good time. And so I was like, on this next team, that's not gonna happen, or I'm just gonna have to leave because I can't keep living like this. So like I said, my second team was good. Then I rotated again. I was still in the same department, and that team was good as well. And then I kind of just started to take advantage of everything at the company, because I had this like hatred, I guess, just for the company in general. I didn't want to participate in anything. I didn't want to do anything. I was just like, no, I'm going to do my work, go home, so that I can just get these years under my belt and then be able to go to another company without being like a newbie or a junior dev. And I mean, 3 years in, I'm still not going to be a senior dev, but I don't care. Like I said, my outlook has changed a lot. I forgot what I was talking about. I mean, anyway, overall, it just was not a good fit for me. Company culture is whack. Absolutely whack to me. I mean, it's very traditional. We have a business casual dress code, and I mean, I do wear what I want to, but it's the fact that at any time they could call me out and be like, you're actually supposed to be wearing this, and I'd be like, are you kidding me? I sit at my desk all day. The company is very cheap. They don't like to pay for a lot of things. You have to go through so many justifications to get, like, let's say you want to take a course, or you want to go to a conference. Like, you have to go through so much just to honestly get anybody to talk to you, and then to get it approved is a whole other thing. And they sold it to me by saying like, oh, this is really just an insurance, a tech company that sells insurance. And my dumb ass believed it. I mean, I was, 20 years old, and I just needed a job. Everybody else in my graduating class was getting jobs, and I was getting no callbacks. I was like, wow, okay. I mean, I'm going to take this. It was in a location where I wanted to be. So, I mean, everything was good, but it just was not what they sold it to me as, and it just wasn't what I wanted. So it took me a while. It took me a long time. I mean, I did interviews even before 2019, but it took me, I've been studying and interviewing and stuff like that since October. So, I mean, it's all over, and all in all, the advice I would give is that if you hate your job, leave ASAP, like as soon as possible. Like, I kind of wish that I just would have quit and moved back home to Dallas, because I would have rather stayed with my parents for a while, grinded it out on LeetCode and went cracking the coding interview, and then move somewhere else than stay up here and pay rent. I will say I made some good friends, so that was good in the process, but the amount of money I spent on rent and all of that just to be unhappy was just like crazy. So yeah, if you don't like your job, and I'll say 3 to 6 months in, if you don't like it, just leave. Like, the company will be okay. You're not that important to them. Sorry to burst your bubble. Yeah, I mean, if it's a large corporation, they'll be fine. They're fine. They're fine. I think that's really it. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I just really didn't like it. Was not having a good time, as I've said. And yeah, so don't be like me. Leave when you want to. And you know, I thought even when I first got the job that it was a really good salary, and when I started looking for jobs, I realized I was getting paid trash. So don't ever stop interviewing. Like, always assess the market so that you at least know what your going rate should be. Even if you don't want to leave your company, you could be like, hey, I see other people everywhere else are making this, and you need to give me this or I'm gonna bounce. And some companies will be like, okay, we'll bump you up, and others won't. And I know mine, the company I'm at, the company I just quit, I know they will not bump me up. They won't care. They'll be like, okay, have fun over there. And I'll be like, bet. Last reason is that I just don't care about the work. I gave y'all a little insight and said it was an insurance company, and that is boring. When I tell you, like, there is nothing entertaining about what I was building. They gave a lot of the meat to the senior developers or the contractors anyway, so I wouldn't even get to work on stuff until it was like, oh, we need 2 or 3 lines of code here or there. So work at a real tech company, and if you hate it, leave. Those are my 2 biggest pieces of advice to you guys who are like getting in and like searching for jobs or whatever. Like, just make sure that you know what you want to do. And if you don't know, that's okay. It's okay to go to a job and figure out you don't like it and quit. That's perfectly normal. Everybody does it. But if you can avoid, you know, being physically sick because of how much you don't like your job, I 100% recommend that you do as much research as possible. So yeah, have any questions, drop them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and maybe I'll tell y'all where I'm going. Oh, I am gonna upload my interview journey. I am gonna upload my interview journey video, and it is gonna be a little bit embarrassing for me. I think that people need to see it because people don't talk about it a lot, but it's very emotional, so that's why I say it's embarrassing for me. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. See y'all next one. Bye.